Secondary 1 Math Prodigies, this is Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into your final question for assessment paper number 8. Now this question is a little tricky, but actually it's pretty simple. Let's read it together. There are 3 photocopying machines A, B, and C in a photocopying shop. Machine A can make 2 copies per second. Machine B can make 150 copies a minute. Machine C can make 10,000 copies in an hour. If all 3 machines are used, how long to the nearest minute does it take to make 100,000 copies? Alright, so I read that a bit too fast. Okay, so A and B and C. So all you have to do is A can make 2 copies per second. B can make 150 copies per minute. And C can make 10,000 copies in an hour. Okay? So they said that to make 100,000 copies, how long will it take? Okay, basically what they're saying is you must understand one thing. The photocopying shops, the photocopy machines are all in the same shop, which means that if they were to be run together, that means they will all start at the same time and they will photocopy at the same time. How long will it take to photocopy 100,000 copies? Okay, that's the question. So what normally some people would make the mistake of, or maybe not even a mistake, maybe it's just it just gets you an inaccurate answer, is that they would divide the hour into minutes and seconds, or into minutes or seconds. So for example, 10,000 divided by 60 to get me number of copies in a minute, which is 1.166.6666, okay? And maybe they said divide by 60 again because to get a second. Now the answers here are in decimal places, which makes it very inaccurate. So what I would do is actually, instead of dividing, I would multiply. So A, 2 per second, means that in 1 minute, the thing can photocopy 120. In 1 hour times 60, it can actually copy 7,200 per hour. Okay, what's happening to my zeros? Okay, and for B, 150 per minute. So 150 times 60 will give me the hour. So it can photocopy 9,000 in an hour. So you see, these answers are actually very, very accurate. I don't have to put a decimal place to it. Now all I have to do is add them up together so that I know how many copies they can together make in an hour. So plus 9,000 plus 10,000. So we have 19,000 plus 7,002, which gives you 26,200 copies in an hour. And we want to photocopy how many? 100,000. So 100,000 divided by 2620 will give you the answer. Okay, 26200 will give you the number of hours. So 100,123 divided by 26212. And the answer is 3.81679. Okay, this is in the hour format. So let's change it to something which is a bit easier, which is in minutes. You want to know what it is in minute format. So I'm going to divide this. Divide this by, I'm going to minus 3 so that I get the 0.816 blah blah blah. I'm going to multiply it by 60 minutes to see how many minutes there are. So it actually ends up to be 49 minutes. So the answer is 3 hours and 49 minutes. Bam. Game over. That's it. Pretty simple, right? So like I said, all you have to do is make sure your answers are pretty accurate in the form that you don't have to divide it, just multiply it. Another thing is you have to understand that they all are running together at the same time. Math is all about logic. But like I said, if you don't get it, don't force it. Just reinforce it. My biggest advice to you is not to force it, because when you force it, it doesn't go in, and guess what? You begin to hate the subject, or you begin to hate whatever you're learning. Learning is something beautiful. Yes, learning is something that you can use in your life. And trust me, when you love learning, the results just come automatically. So which is why I say don't force it, reinforce it. Don't force it into your brain. Just keep repeating it over and over again. That you have so much free time that you can use. Alright, I don't want to sound so naggy, so I'm just going to end here and say that just keep reinforcing it, because your mind will do the work for you, and then it will click and you will understand everything. Alright, with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off, saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.